have to fucking throw me. Sniggering, the guard bids me a toodles and slams the cell gate shut, leaving me alone. So here I am, huh? Alone in this dingy, damp-smelling armpit of a room. I knew I asked for solitary confinement, man, but this isn't exactly what I had in mind. Especially after the good doctor's fucking room service comments. Yeah, I know, Theo, but you have to remember that now the only thing your sphincter has to worry about is what's leaving your ass. Fair point. I weakly struggle against my straitjacket, but my arms are clamped too tightly to my sides. Screw it. Utterly drained, I give up and slide down the mossy wall onto the cold dungeon floor. Suddenly, someone bangs on a door, but I don't think it's mine. It might be the cell across.
Hey, I heard the guards bring you in.
I guess I'm not the only VIP here.
Guess we're neighbors. I'm Caden.
Not sure if it was the best idea to hold a meet and greet in Borstal's prize stables. But we are both locked up. And it's just a name, right?
Hey!
Theo.
What was that? You'll need to speak up. I'm a couple doors down.
I said Theo!
So, the higher-ups, they stuck you in here too, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't sound so glum. It's better than Gen Pop, right? I mean, at least you won't wake up with a shank-shaped rib and a dick-shaped ass cozy.
Thank you for the visual. As if my nightmares aren't graphic enough.
So what's your thing?
Whoa. Thing?
Your specialty? Skill? Your thing? Come on, kid. You know they haven't pulled us out of the jungle out of the goodness of their hearts, right? You know, like they're prize dogs. They just want to auction us off to whichever gang is gonna pay the most.
Yeah? So what was the last guy's deal?
Oh, you didn't want to mess with that guy. Big, mean-looking motherfucker. He was just trying to pick fights with the rest of us. Dumbass got himself kicked out.
Kicked out?
Kicked out. You know, if not back to Gen Pop, then into the water. Sploosh. I swear, if the waves don't drown you, they'll definitely skewer you on the rocks around. They just kicked out a few people yesterday. I mean, can you blame them, though? It's not like they're gonna waste private cells on some worthless thug.
Well, fuck. You know what, Theo? The thing I said about your sphincter? Don't tell it to feel so relieved anymore.
But that isn't gonna be a problem for me. Best arson in the octagon, I am. Anything you can piss on, I can burn it down. Even Kyle Zillin's interested in pigging for me. I'd love that. You know, especially after what's been happening in Winton.
Wait, what do you mean?
You haven't heard? Barty was trying to supply on Zillin's turf, but then someone really wrong, and before you know it, Barty's lost half his muscle, and Zillin's moving in on his turf. I reckon it's only a matter of time before there's only 3 big bosses left.
When did this happen?
Let me see. Must have started a couple weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah, I think I caused that. And who said we were never gonna leave our mark on the world? Not sure if it's good news. Damn straight it's not good news. Any power shift comes with bloodshed, and most of it belongs to the innocent.
Hey, you still haven't answered my question. What made you the apple of Borstal's eyes?
Yeah, I'm really good with knives. What the fuck do you want me to say? Anyway, so, since your BFF got kicked out, are we the only two here?
Nah, there's another one in here. He's in the cell next to mine, but he's been giving me the silent treatment.
Yo, Caden. Caden, was that you? My ears are pressed against the bars on my door so I can hear his voice better. But that sinister tone, that familiarity in his voice makes me not want to. I can't place my finger on it, but I feel like I know this person.
I imagine yourself for them.
Okay, I'm officially creeped out right now.
Wait, Theo. Do you know this guy?
I've got no idea. Suddenly, a pair of dark eyes stare right back through the door panel. I jump back as the door starts clicking as keys poke around the dozen locks on my door. The door swings open. That youngish doctor from the panel walks into my cell, still flicking through the file he had at the table. A couple of thick-built orderlies follow behind him.
Mr. Theo and Buddy, I believe. I hope you'll recall we met at the hearing, though I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Dr. Dregs. I'll be in charge of your treatment.
Although he's smiling, that greedy glint in his eyes screams that any good intention is directed purely at his own monetary future. Pulling an expensive-looking pen out of his pocket, he trains it over his folder and looks at me.
Can you please tell me what exactly happened at Crowan Square?
The gallows? You hear that, Theo? He's talking about the gallows. Yeah, that means that this white coat must be in charge of deciding my worth. Damn straight. So if you want to live, better make this fucking convincing. I told you I didn't do anything.
Ah, I see. So Buddy did it. Did you actually see him do it?
I'm not exactly. I mean, I was feeling kind of sleepy, so I took a nap. I wanted to take a nap because I was sleepy, but Buddy said those people were too noisy and they weren't letting me sleep, so he silenced them. As I snicker at my own joke, the orderlies are looking at me as if I'm sick. Well, at least someone looks convinced.
I see. It seems as though Buddy and you are very close.
Bestest friends for Everest.
And Buddy is here with us?
Oh yes. I mean, we're always together, but it's weird. Whenever I tell people about him, they think I'm crazy. They say only I can see him, and a lot of other stuff that makes Buddy very cross. As I start to raise my volume, pretending as if I'm getting worked up, I suddenly perch my ear towards my imaginary friend and stifle a laugh at an imaginary joke he's just told me.
So then, could you ask Buddy some questions for me?
Sure.
Splendid. Let's start with an easy one. What do you know about Yagura?
The orderlies behind look completely perplexed, and fuck, I don't blame them. About the same as pixies, werewolves, and fairy dust. I mean, what the hell do you want me to say? Is this a joke? Why is this guy wasting his time asking me mythical fairy tale bullshit? But the look on his face tells me he's serious. So I guess I have to humor him, don't I? Well, okay, I mean, he's supposed to be some sort of superhuman who's controlling all 4 regions. Apparently they can't do anything without his permission. He also has a symbol or something. But what does this have to do with me? Drags pulls out a sketch from inside the file and holds it in front of my face. There it is. Yagura's supposed regalia. The 8-point star. Yeah, that's it. Again, what does this have to do with Buddy and...
My second question for Buddy is, where did Buddy learn to do this?
He reaches into his folder again and pulls out a black and white photograph. Oh god, that's not right. That is not fucking right. As he holds it right in front of my face, I wish to God he wouldn't. The explicitly gory reminder of the gallows makes my hair stand on end. As the doctor taps on the image with his fingernail, I clench my jaw, tasting sick, but I force myself to gaze at the gallows and the corpse hanging off him. Although the resolution makes it too blurry to tell, the fact that their necks were noosed by their own guts is still seared into my memory. But he said he was feeling creative.
So then, can you please ask your friend why Yagura's regalia was torn into each of the hanging bodies?
What? No way. But as I look closely at the terribly pixelated photos, I notice traces of the symbol on the hanging torsos. Yo, man, that's fucked up, Theo. That's fucked up. What the fuck is going on? It's not that big of a deal. You can find the fucking symbol graffitied all over Winston. It's a sick joke, but it doesn't mean anything. Buddy said he saw some nice graffiti and just wanted to copy it.
Theo, you shouldn't lie to me. I know you're a smart boy, so you must understand my Borstal Penitentiary has granted you with such hospitality. And as we give, so we can take. So one last time, I want to ask you again, where did Buddy learn to do that?
I said he just copied some graffiti he saw.
I don't believe you, Theo, and here's why. That particular modus operandi is very difficult to replicate. I myself have unsuccessfully experimented with dozens of corpses, yet Buddy was able to do it successively to 7 subjects. I'd never seen anything like it. Until about a week ago.
Dregs reaches into the file and stuffs another visceral photo into my face.
Kyle Zillen.
Wait, no. Kyle Zillen's dead? Are you shitting me? Kyle Zillen's dead? Kyle motherfucking Zillen is dead? That motherfucker is the strongest man in the octagon. How is he dead?
Along with 15 of his lieutenants. So why is Buddy's MO and the one at the Zillen crime scene exactly the same?
Wait, are you saying I work with some mythical fairy tale monster? If they think I killed Kyle Zillen, every gangster in this fucking country is gonna make an example that makes death look like a fucking picnic. I don't work for some imaginary bullshit myth, okay? There's no way you're gonna pin this on me.
Interesting.
He muses, tossing his folder to one of his lackeys and adjusting his glasses.
Anyone in your situation would rush to take credit. The Regent Killer. Anyone would. But you are trying to convince me of your innocence. Interesting. I thought almost certainly this was all a farce. A charade you concocted. But maybe there might just be a shade of truth to what you say.
He smiles, grabbing my cheeks in his icy palms. Wait, are we actually safe?
Congratulations, buddy. Borstal Penitentiary considers you a protected asset.
We're gonna be okay? We're gonna be okay? Holy shit, we're actually fucking getting out of this. Before I can react, 300 or more pounds of orderly snatches me by the scruff and pins me against the floor. Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Unfortunately, Mr. Theo, you have not passed through.
What the fuck are you talking about? You just said I passed! He rummages through his bag and pulls out a vial of some clear liquid and a syringe.
The problem is we don't want you. Only your dormant personality. Only Buddy. A young man with the kill power of a herd of rabid bears. Just imagine the price you'd fetch.
He walks over to me and jabs the needle into my neck.
Oh, don't be a baby. It's just a little prick.
Yeah? Why don't you try jamming a fucking needle in your neck? Huh? Then we'll see how big your prick is.
Why, you little...
Enough. Get off him. We don't want to harm the asset.
His drag sparks at the orderly. The enormous weight lifts off me, leaving me wheezing on the floor. Dregs puts his spectacles back on and starts gathering his things.
I have just dosed you with a drug. My own drug creation, actually. It's going to make you extremely tired, but won't let you sleep. Let's see how long it takes before you decide to hand the reins over to your bestest friend for Everest.
I try to get to my feet, but trip onto my stomach. I don't know what he's injected me with, but it's making me feel really sluggish.
Let's see how long it takes for Theo to leave the building.
My eyes are drooping, legs wobbling, neck aching. I can't stand, so I sink to the floor. Because whatever that drug was, it is kicking in fast. Before I can even react, the door slams shut, leaving me all alone to stew in the torture of stasis.
This is Chris from Everyone Loves a Villain, and right now you're listening to SOB.
Breathing hard, aching all over. I am so tired. I'm actually dreaming while I'm awake. It's been, I don't know how long. Time seems meaningless right now. Oh God. Well, fuck. I just walked face first into a wall, knocking myself onto the floor. And even though the lamp is glowing consistently, the lights keep flickering. Or is it my vision that's faltering?
Theo?
No, I'm just I can't do this again. I can't do this again.
Aren't you happy to see her now?
I sink to the floor, covering my eyes and ears, because I know I have relapsed into the same nightmare again. And I don't want to relive this. I don't want to relive this.
While you're lying down on the floor, can you get my head?
I bolt and run towards the door, scratching on it, banging against it. Please let me out of here. Please just fucking let me out of here. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
Come on. You kids like Ratloaf.
It's him. I try to blot out his voice, but I start succumbing to fatigue and black out. Pops, is that you? I want to tell him that I'm sorry, and that I forgive him, and that I just want him to help me, and that I am begging him to please fucking save me, and pull me out of this fucking that is so fucking real. But he just continues smiling at me, the warmth in his eyes calming me. He gives me a hand, and I know he's not there, but I pull on his arm, trying to help myself up. But instead I pull my father's arm out of its socket. His lifeless hand is clutched around my nose, screaming on the ground, writhing in pain, blood spurting out of his empty arm socket. I realize I am sobbing hard. I crawl over to my dad, not sure who needs more help right now. But suddenly, the lights start flickering. Again, and again, and I'm alone? Guys, I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm screaming and crying hysterically. I am completely fucking shattered. If Dregs wanted to destroy my mind, she's almost there.
Theo?
No, not her. Not her.
Theo?
Please, not her.
Theo, why didn't you protect me?
Michiru's whimpering, crying as if I've betrayed her. Slowly, she limps towards me. I'm sorry, Mitch. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. Please leave me alone. I beg her sad, pale face. But when I turn away from her gaze, she appears in front of me as a semi-decomposed corpse. Her bony finger picks at one of the hundreds of maggots wriggling in her face.
Theo? Are you telling your big sister to fuck off?
Enough!
The cobwebs enveloping my mind are starting to melt away, and reality starts seeping back in. Michiru's gone. The lights have gone stable, and even though I am a fucking mess, most of the horrific specters have finally begun to dull out. only one stands before me. One that I am so happy to see. Friend? Yo, friend, what's wrong? Guys, he doesn't look right. He's coughing, but he looks like hell.
I'll be fine. I can't gate crash your dreams too often, remember? It takes a lot out of me. But as I said, I'll do it in an emergency. It seems like you needed it.
Yeah, man, I'm really hurting here. These dreams are really getting to me.
Trust me, dreams should be the last of your worries right now. You're in a grave danger, Theo.
What do you mean, grave danger? When have I not been in grave danger?
I'm serious. You need to escape this prison.
Friend, what's going on?
No time. Just listen. It's been a week since Dr. Drax injected that horrible drug into you. He's going to come and inject you again. If that final dose is successfully administered, your brain will overload. You will die.
Panic starts bubbling in me, rippling my subconscious with nightmarish visions.
Theo, you need to listen to me. Your neighbor, Caden, is trying to escape. He figures that since Kyle Sillen's dead, he's worthless and the guards are going to kill him. He's built a bomb to try to blow the door off the cell, but it will overshoot, killing him. When that happens, you have to listen to exactly what I say.
What?
Do you understand? Theo,
How?
if you want to live, no questions.
He draws a long breath and looks at me, his horrific yellow eyes filled with sincerity. I gaze at friend, my only friend, and nod.
Good lad.
The door swings open. Dregs walks in, followed by a pair of pudgy orderlies. Fuck, man, I don't know if I'm hallucinating or not, but I swear this lot is bigger than the last. Don't ask me why, I don't fucking know. As if I'm in any condition to fight off a fucking cold, let alone these big motherfuckers.
Restrain the subject.
Dregs gestures at me. Before I know it, one of the orderlies drags me down and pins me to the ground. Dreg slides his hands into his bag, pulling out a syringe and another vial of that fucking awful drug.
Well, Mr. Theo, I guess it's time for you to hand over the reins.
Turning to me, he stabs the vial with the syringe and sucks out some of its contents.
Restrain the subject.
Don't let him inject you, Theo!
I know, I'm fucking trying! I try to struggle, but in my depleted state, I can only manage to feebly squirm underneath the orderly.
It'll all be over soon.
A deafening explosion roars throughout the corridor, and every cell connected to it. Dust shakes off the ceiling and descends down on us. Even the layers of fucking blubber pinning me down ripple. No, did Caden just actually blow himself up?
What the hell was that?
Go and check, imbecile.
As the orderlies jam their hands over their ears, Drex curses as he goes to retrieve his floor syringe. Hope begins to flicker when I see the shattered remnants of the broken needle and a pool of its contents. But it's quickly pissed on when I see the doctor pull out a second vial.
Oh, don't worry. I've got an endless supply.
He tops off a fresh needle and starts to approach me.
Just a few more seconds, Theo! Do not let him inject you!
Friend screaming, but it is all over. I can't move with this fucking whale pinning me down.
Do not let him inject you!
What was that, Doctor?
Just shut up and hold him still.
Before Friend can intercept, the needle jams into my neck.
Do not let him inject you!
Bull still stabs into my flesh, searching for a vein to plant its kiss of death. Fucking do something, Theo! Like what? There's only one thing to do. Then fucking do it! What the hell? I'm probably gonna die anyway. Might as well piss some people off on my way out, right? The needle perforates a blood vessel. Dreg's tongue presses down on the plunger, pushing the venom into it. Do it! But I jerk my head sideways. Muscles in my neck suddenly contract around the needle. Grab me by the throat. He hisses.
If you do that again...
Suddenly, Greg yelps. He stares down at his bloody foot. A big chain wrapped around his shattered ankle. Before the pain can even register, it tightens and drags him out of the door. In seconds, Drake's surprised exclamations turned to shrieks of pain. A cold chill runs down my spine, but it's quickly warmed over as I feel my back get wet. Oh, for fuck's sake. The orderly behind me just pissed himself.
Now, Theo! Get up! While he's still busy, you need to run!
Screw this! I'm out of here!
Double lard bolts through the doorway, unwilling to lose his neck over minimum wage. But he suddenly knocks back, as if he just ran into a wall.
You should be very careful of what you walk into.
Where have I heard him? No. I thought he died. It can't be him.
Regardless, I have no business with you. I just want Theo.
Ashido? Is that fucking Ashido? His enormous frame eclipses the door. Fuck, man, I can't even see his face. But the voice, I can't ever forget that. The petrified orderly rushes to me, seizing me by the hair. He faces me towards the blotted out frame.
You just killed Dr. Drex!
Something sharp presses against the right side of my chest as he holds a knife over it.
How do I know you won't do the same thing with me once you're done with him?
Sighing, the 8-foot behemoth stoops through the door and into sight.
Hello, Theo. Did you miss me? It's been such a long time. How's the family?
Ashido's smiles are as close as he can come to it. The last time I remember him, he was screaming on the floor, his mouth ripped off. I don't know how he fucking did it, but now he somehow replaced it with a steel bear trap. From the way the blood is dripping off it, I was right about his cannibalistic inclinations. A sharp pressure starts welling up in my chest as I realize I'd been petrified to the point that I'd stopped breathing. I try to regulate my breath, but even that isn't easy when my boogeyman, the host of my horror, the devil himself, is standing right in front of me. He turns his gaze from me to the guy holding the knife. The sheer ferocity of his appearance making my back feel warm again. But at this moment, you guys can sympathize with the fact that I don't really give a fuck about hygiene.
I killed your friend because he was in my way. I killed the doctor because he liked the sound of his voice a little bit too much.
Ashido grins, drying his bloody hands in his neck-long black hair. The orderly screaming, threateningly pressing the blade tighter into my chest.
Stay back!
Within almost a blink of an eye, that homicidal mountain of muscle lunges across the room, grabs the orderly by the wrist, and flings him into the solid stone wall. Concussed and bleeding, the orderly slides down the wall. But the way Ashido is approaching him, with voracious glee, I can see the sympathy with which he regards his victim's pleas.
Oh, I don't think so. But you see, I have waited a very long time for this moment, and you were about to take it from me. You'll have to excuse me for a second, Theo. I'll be right back.
The orderly feebly tries to crawl out of the door, but literally stops dead. Ashido's elephant-like foot has just cracked his skull like an egg. But although he turns back to me, the smell of his kill hooks his head back to the residue crunching underneath his foot.
It has been so long. Maybe just a bite.
Like an animal craving its prey, he suddenly plows through the 300-pound carcass, ripping it apart with that vicious device attached to his face. As blood starts spraying from them, Brent screams hit me.
Drop the knife, you idiot! Cut yourself free!
Pointing at the orderly's blade next to my feet, as if the straitjacket has restrained my hands at my back, I roll over the knife and start cutting through as much of the fabric as I can.
No! Theo, he's done eating. Just run!
Fuck this! My hands still bound to my back, I struggle to my feet, only to see Ashido's bemused and bloody grin.
Oh, you don't think you can escape me again, do you?
Fuck you!
Apparently you do.
Fran, where do I go now? Where do I go now? As I thunder down the bloody corridor, Fran appears hovering along beside me.
Caden, get to Caden's cell. You need to pick it up.
Where are you running off to, Theo? You don't think you can escape me, do you?
As the stone floor trembles underfoot, I realize he's starting to give chase. And if he keeps moving like what I've seen... You faster, damn it! Running over Dregs' bloody shoe remains. The blood underfoot makes me stumble, but I haphazardly regain my balance. Okay, where the fuck am I going?
It's the big hole in the corridor. Caden just blew himself up, remember? You need to pick it up!
Screaming desperately, I try to ignore the sinister presence rapidly nearing behind me. Adrenaline kicks into another gear, overpowering the drug Dregs has injected me with. Faster! I know you're going faster than me!
So why the fuck is Ashido still getting contact?
Oh, I feel I'm done playing with you. This video's been going on for too long. 8 years? Really hungry. So, let me clean my plate.
Go! I have reached a gaping, smoking hole that I assume used to be Caden's door. His cell is exactly the same as mine, except his smoldering corpse is lying in a corner. A 10-foot hole blown through the ground. I run to its edge. Tempestuous waves crashing over the jagged stone hundreds of feet below me. Are you shitting me? I glare at Fran, feverishly cutting the tough fabric behind me.
Jump! Quickly!
But I'm gonna fucking drown! The cloth rips apart. My hands fly free.
Just shut up and jump! Quickly!
Okay, fuck. Ashido's bone-splitting grip secures around my ankle. It begins to pull me up, but I do not want to end up as a human fucking chew toy. So screaming like a little girl, I jam the knife I used to cut myself free right through his wrist. Come back. Wind is whipping through my hair. Ashido's fierce roar is rapidly distancing. But although I realize that I have escaped the fortress's walls, I am plummeting right into the fucking whirlpool. Fred, fucking now what? Surely you do not expect me to fucking swim? Damn fucking shit, I might as well have fucking stayed up there and gotten eaten. Exactly, that would have been just as bad. Okay, maybe not just as bad. Okay, yeah, not as bad, but still pretty fucking bad.
Spread your arms.
What the fuck is that gonna do?
Spread your arms.
Do it. For the second I open them, the wind catches the flappy straitjacket, slowing my descent considerably. Before I know it, the insane winds are making me glide across the canyon with the circling Vorstall. Friend sighs coolly, hovering alongside me, and then points towards my left.
Good. Now aim towards the Raven's walls over
Why
there.
the fuck are you so calm? Did he not see that there are still about 11 different ways in which I can fucking die?
The Raven is easiest to climb from there. The instant you get close, let Ghost kick in. It should let you climb up out of there.
Shut!
Would you have preferred to stay with Ashido?
You fucking wise ass. I continue gliding towards the ravine's side. He's right though. I can't believe that monster is still alive. I can't believe he's free.
Now,
Ghost kicks in. And instead of crashing face first into the stone, I'm effortlessly scaling the wall with my bare hands and feet. And as I grope the rock wall for holdings, Fran hovers along beside me, looking satisfied.
that's it, Theo. Just let Ghost do all the work and Borstal will be behind you. Don't worry about the guns. They won't follow. Ashido will make sure of that.
You kept rolling snake eyes.